Hey guys, here's the updated Clawbringer build guide. The skill tree is going to be nothing new, same stuff as always. It's pretty much the best that it's going to get. Here's our hero stats for those who care. And as for the gear, so I've learned a lot. The best way to play this that I've found now is to have the highest, base damage melee you can get. So I like the Wailing Banshee. Warrior is a good perk, right? Increase our melee damage and damage reduction. Status effect damage, Caustic will also work. As for the gun, we're going to use the Live Wire. This thing's going to chain lightning on our melee hits or our gun hits, and this is going to count as gun damage, I believe, so it's going to proc our, capstone over here, our falling swords. And this also opens up us to take while action skills active increase lightning damage, or whatever element your Wailing Banshee is. If you get a cryo one, then take on action skills start increase cryo damage, because that cryo damage is going to scale up our alchemical agent, right? Because that melee's damage is going to be whatever element it is, so boosting that will boost our status effect. So that's what we take there. As for the shield, best shield in the game, like uncontested, while wars depleted gain 100% increased damage. We take that. We still take melee damage, because we're not actually a gun damage build, but we're using our guns to proc our melee damage from a distance. Class sword, we take, anything that kind of gives these combination of skills. I would like to drop the +3 to that poison skill and get +2 on the middle skill instead, but all damage dealt in melee damage, and then that last part would be optimally movement speed. Spell, Arcane Bolt. It's our best, right? We're going to crit a lot. We're going to get the cooldown back. We just throw it. And again, we use this amulet. Again, dark magic damage is not great for us. Optimally, it would be, electric damage, or we get a dark magic damage melee weapon. But with plus 50% status effect damage, can't really complain about that. Alright, so that's really it. It's not that complicated. We take the while action skills active elemental on everything, basically. So that's what I've learned. This build seems to be best played as a elemental build, and you use your gun to proc all of our melee stuff, right? So if you want, you can still melee. I'm going to show off a bit of mobbing in Chaos 20. See, we don't deal great damage shooting this thing, but then we can melee these statues. Anyway, like when our action skill's not up, we still do okay damage. So we just melt things. We'll make the next encounter elite too, so we can see that. You see we do ridiculous damage. Let's see. We get our action skill up. There wasn't enough enemies left. But you can see that chain lightning is just going to proc our melee, and we deleted that guy just with our gun. So this build's great against flyers and everything. There are a lot of flying enemies in this game. I'll take Trusty Mad. Okay. An elite encounter on Chaos 20. This is about as hard as mobbing gets. I guess we could have a lot more curses against us, but the standard build will perform the same. And we even got flyers. Perfect. There's elite flying enemies on a melee build. Dead. Melted. And we still deal good melee damage. See, that chain lightning killed that guy entirely on its own. So when there's a group of enemies and you can't melee them, just shoot and the chain lightning is just going to melt them. That chain damage killed all three of them. Just like that. They just melt away. our damage only gets higher if they drop our shields or if there's a boss or something. So we can just shoot, crit everything, stack up our follow-up hit, and then we just throw numbers. Just hit for numbies on our next melee. So yeah, that's the updated build guide. I think this is the best it gets, really. You know, and we don't even have that many chaotic weapons yet, right? We can get, most importantly, get the chaotic Banshee, and probably then chaotic class 1 amulet, because our gun damage actually doesn't matter. Chaotic spell doesn't matter. Chaotic rings would be nice, right? Increase that melee damage, because it's all about melee damage and melee crit damage. Anyway, that's the updated build guide. It performs extremely well, you know, against all types of things. You've seen elite mobbing on Chaos 20. You've seen bosses melt in seconds. Yeah. Hope this helped. See you in the next one.